It's time for more Chameleon Twist 2! Last time, we tackled the delicious delights of Carnival Land, and today, we're going to be moving on to Iceland. But first, we need to talk about octopus balls. In the last video, I said I thought this guy was a bucket of grilled octopus balls, though I wasn't sure if that was something I read in the game manual when I was younger, or something that I simply made up. Out of curiosity, I tracked down my original game manual, and look! On the 23rd page, it does say you'll be confronted by grilled octopus balls. I wasn't dreaming! But that's not the whole story. Thanks to an incredibly helpful comment, I replayed the stage and revisited these little creatures I couldn't identify. Now there's no official source I could find on the game's enemy names, but after searching for some images, I found these pictures of grilled octopus balls, and I think it's safe to say that that's what these little fellas are. Which means the thing that looks like popcorn is popcorn. I'm sorry I said you were grilled octopus balls, popcorn friend. But now that that's out of the way, let's get to Iceland. So the first thing we're going to want to do is go talk to our rabbit friend again. It's cold. The ground here is slippery, so watch your step. You'll freeze if you stay out too long. The game's getting harder. If you want to practice advanced tongue techniques, play a training game. Alright, let's learn some advanced tongue techniques. Hello! This is where you practice a combination parasol and quick movement technique. First, press the Z button to jump, then press it again to use your parasol to move. Then, with the Z button held down, press the B button to shoot out your tongue to grasp the stand and do a quick movement. While doing a quick movement, press the A button to jump on top of the stand. Repeat this process to reach the finish line on the left. It takes time to master this technique, but once you do, you can get to all sorts of places. Alright, so he explained that in a really complicated way. There are really just 4 different components which combine to make up this training course. A tongue stand, your parasol, there's also jumping, and using our tongue to grab onto things and pull ourselves towards them. So let's get to it. This first jump is really easy. You don't need to do any of that to get there, but further on, you're going to want to do a tongue stand, parasol, and then use your tongue to pull yourself to the next platform. And to be honest, we only have to do that twice, because the last jump is as easy as the first. Whoop, maybe not quite as easy, but we still got there. 1757. So, let's get back to the stage. Alright, now we can start exploring the stage. And the first thing I'd recommend is using the down C button to zoom the camera out. Just that way you get a better field of view for what's to come. Also, the way those 2 platforms crash into each other and then align is so satisfying. Now the next hazard we're going to come across are these icy platforms, which sink down into the dangerous waters when you jump on them. The exception is the 3rd and 5th in case you need a place to rest. And if you're having trouble with the slippery ice physics, you can use a tongue stand to help regain some control of your character. Next, we'll collect this power-up and we'll get down speed. And there's nothing we can do about it, we just have to walk really slowly on through to the next section. Now here we have a heart and some penguins pushing giant snow boulders. Now our speed situation isn't going to help with this, but you want to stay behind the penguins on the top until you can pass the penguins at the bottom, and then move swiftly so you don't get squished. Next, we have another power-up, and then these stair-like platforms that start to fall when you land on them. So we've got to move fast, even with our big head. Now here we have some long jumps with a bit of wind in play as well. So the best strategy is to jump and use your tongue to cling onto the platforms. Oh yeah, coin number 2. Now for this next section, there are 2 hazards. There are small ice walls that try to push you back, and there are falling snowflakes which don't hurt you, but which freeze you and allow the ice walls to do their work. So it's best not to touch them, but if you do, no harm done. Next, we have some stalactites that clearly aren't tight enough. We also have a heart, and then a ski jump where you're going to want to stand in the middle and hold up as you go over it to make sure you get the coin. Next, keep an eye on the shadow and watch out for the falling curling stone, which I don't really know much about curling. The extent of my knowledge is pretty much, there's a curling stone right there, don't touch it. Next, we have a coin we can collect while dodging some killer whales, and in the background we have Jerry. I don't think that's his actual name, but he's just in the background paddling back and forth. Jerry doesn't hurt anybody. Jerry just paddles. But unfortunately, we need to move on. So goodbye, Jerry, and hello, heart power-up. Ooh, and a random heart power-up too. I wonder what we'll get. Full restoration? Oh yeah, and a coin. Okay, so let's keep going across, and we're eventually going to come to a slope. There's nothing at the bottom of the slope, but as we go up, there's going to be some penguins skiing down trying to hit us. If we dodge them, we can collect a random power-up, a heart power-up, or in this case, a coin. Now as we move on, there's going to be some more stalactites trying to crush us. And honestly, they're actually quite terrifying. Now in the lower corner is a power-up we don't need, and here it's incredibly windy, so it's a good idea to use your tongue to get inside the igloos and not be blown away. We have a coin, a heart, a random power-up, and a random heart power-up. And oh no, we got up speed. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a perk, but oh man, does it make this game difficult. Now one thing I haven't mentioned with the power-ups yet is if you have a power-up you don't want, you can collect a second power-up and it'll replace the first. And in this case, we got invincibility, which is going to be way better for dealing with these seahorse fellows. They each take 3 hits to defeat, and in the meantime, they spit out snowballs at us. Luckily, there seems to be a high likelihood of them dropping heart power-ups or random power-ups, so the fight is tilted in our favor. Still, I'm not knocking the invincibility. Now that there's only 2 left, it's a much easier fight. Oh, of course. Right after I say it's a much easier fight, I get hit. But now we're back to full health, and it's you against me, Mr. Seahorse. Big mistake. Oh yeah. And we get a coin. Now here we have a platform puzzle. And the first thing I'd like to do is show off how it works. By using your tongue to grab the pole in the middle, you can do a horizontal rotation all the way around. Your goal is to stop on the correct platform, which will raise you up to the next level. If you land on the wrong platform, like the one with this heart for instance, you'll be dropped back down. So let's make our way up. First of all, it's the left platform. Then, it's the right platform. And finally, it's the bottom platform. But before you land on it, you're going to want to do a full rotation so you don't accidentally miss the coin. There we go, coin 10. So now we can miss, and miss again, and rotate, land on the bottom platform, and continue on with the stage. Now this jump can be a little big, so it's good to use your tongue to make sure you make it. And as the jumps in this game get increasingly tricky, it's always a good idea if you're not sure if you're going to make it to stick out your tongue just in case. Next, we have another falling staircase, and this time there's going to be items scattered about, so it's a good idea to plan your jumps in advance and make sure you line up with them because you may not get a second chance. And now, oh boy, ice hockey. Probably the most frustrating challenge of the game. Now you can't move. The only way you can get momentum is to pull yourself, swing yourself, or get hit. And the problem is there's 2 coins and the stage is carrot in this arena. Making matters worse, to proceed with the stage you've got to get into the goal. But once you do, there's no going back. So if you miss either of the coins or the carrot, you have to restart the whole stage. Come on, maybe we can use our tongue to... Yes, 1 coin. 2 coins. Okay, DeadBeard, don't screw this up. Come on. Ah, that's my face. Yes, come on. Easy, easy. Yes, I got the carrot. I finally got the carrot. And now we just spin ourselves into... No! Damn it! Okay, maybe we can use our tongue to spin into the... Oh, no, wait, yes? Okay, just rotate. No! This is it. Just pull ourselves... No! I was right there. Oh, come on. I'm sad and want to commit hockey sins. Hit me in? No! The other way. Okay, this is it. We're lined up. All we have to do is rotate ourselves. Oh! What was that sound? Wait, yes, no, yes, no, yes! We did it! Yes! Okay. So now we have these rotating star-shaped platforms that are honestly pretty easy. Oh god. Or at least they'd be pretty easy usually. Now that we have slow speed, they might be a little harder. But as long as you jump up and you make sure you're not on one of the lower sides, you're pretty good. Oh no. Can we make it? Yes! Phew. Even slow speed isn't making this section too difficult, which gives you an idea of how easy it really is. And then here we have some big jumps. The trick is to just grab onto the center pole with your tongue and pull yourself across. And whatever you do, be careful not to rotate. The momentum you get combined with the ice physics causes, well, that. And we don't want that. So we're just gonna safely pull ourselves across. I jumped there, and that's something you can do if you want to save a little bit of time, but it's not necessary at all. So we'll get this heart, pull ourselves across, and we won't fall into the water because I don't know what's in that water, but water's not normally that color and it seems to hurt. So let's not swim in it. So now we can proceed across this ice bridge and get to the ski lift. And the first thing you're going to want to do when you get to the ski lift is carefully dodge the penguin after missing that jump. is jump up here and get yourself coin number 50. And then if we're quick, we can ride on up the... Damn it. We can dodge the fancy dress skiing penguin and then wait for the next seat. The seats themselves arrive in an alternating pattern of one being empty and then one being occupied by a penguin. So if perchance you do miss the empty seat like I did, you just have to dodge a penguin and get on the next one. And after a short wait, the ski lift is going to take us to the top of the location because it's not like a mountain or anything, it's just a place. Honestly, now I think about it, that's a really dangerous ski lift. Now here we're going to use our parasol to control our fall and make sure we get the coin, and if I move to the side here, you can see the power up. We're also going to use our tongue to make sure we get to the platform, because it's a bit tight. I wonder what we'll get. ×2. Okay, we don't really need that, but I'll take it. And here we have some sawfish, which, until I started planning this playthrough, I never noticed they were fish as well. I just saw the saw half, which honestly makes a lot more contextual sense than it's called time to work on construction. But at least I didn't think they were octopus balls. Alright, time for the final climb to the boss. Now these penguins are going to try and block your ascent by sliding to whatever side they see you at. So the trick is to kind of lure them to one side and then quickly get up on the other side before they can block you again. Touching the ice cubes is fine, they'll just block you, but touching the penguins is like touching any other enemy in the game and you'll take some damage. But now that we've completed our ascent, we'll get coin 20, we'll get a heart, and we'll talk to our rabbit friend. Feeling the cold? Not long till you meet the boss now. Brrr. Alright, so it's time for a funky video transition and this stage's boss. I wonder what type of beast we're going to be put up against this time. Here they come. It's an ice beaver. No, it's a narwhal. No, it's a bicycle fish. Look, sir, I don't know what you are. I mean, I guess I don't have to know what you are if I eliminate you, right? That's the plan, then. So this is definitely the trickiest boss we've been up against so far. He'll line up towards you and try to ram into you, only in a straight line, though. When he hits the wall, a bunch of snowmen wearing feathers drop down from the sky, and you can pick them up and spit them out at him. The real difficulty of this fight comes from the fact that you don't really know where they're going to appear. The previous two bosses had really predictable positions for their consumables, whereas here it's easy to get overwhelmed and trapped. Now one trick you could do, as I just demonstrated there, is wait for him to line up towards you and then spit them out at him head on. Not only does it make it a lot easier to aim correctly, he also gets stunned when he gets hit, so it gives you time to get out of the way. Now as his health bar gets lower and transitions into yellow and red, he gets a lot faster. That means snowmen are going to be falling a lot quicker, but they still disappear at the same rate. That makes it even easier to get overwhelmed in this stage. Look at all the snowmen on the screen. Well, not now, like a second ago. Still got you, Mr. Bicycle Narwhal Fish. Wait a minute, is that why you're so angry with me? Because I don't know what you are? Did a mysterious rabbit do this to you too? With your wheels and my backpack, I think we could forge an anti-rabbit alliance and team up and take him out. Hey, alright, back to plan A. Now that his health is red, he's going to charge really fast with very little downtime in between. And as you can see, there are a lot of snowmen on the field at any given time. But you also can't eat the small ones as they start to fade away. Not only that, but new ones bounce a little before they land flat, so it's much easier for you to get hit, but still pretty hard for you to deal out your own set of damage. Ow! That one just landed on my head. Ah, but here we got a good selection, and just like that, we have defeated the whatever that thing was. Yeah! Get frozen from the sky! And just like that, Iceland is clear. Oh yeah, every coin. You are perfect. Get a new costume, which we are going to look at immediately. And here's the new costume we've unlocked. The Chameleon Fashion Parade continues, and we'll use that next stage. But that's all we have time for today. I know this video was a little shorter than the last two, but I can't control the length of the stages. So, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider leaving a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you all next time with Great Shadowland. Goodbye!